Hello everyone. About a year ago, as part of a video in the Beginner Guide series, I released a video on pilots and implants. This topic is quite extensive and complex, which is why I want to produce some more videos on this. I've already discussed how pilots work, what type of pilot to focus on, and the general idea behind implants. Now let's take the next step and delve into more detail. Rare, epic, and legendary pilots usually aren't a problem. They are quite self-explanatory and are understood and upgraded correctly by most people. The challenge often lies with limited pilots. I'm frequently asked, is the limited pilot worth it? Are limited pilots better than legendary pilots? How do you properly upgrade these pilots? And where do you get them? All that and more after the intro. Before we focus on limited pilots, let me briefly explain what pilots are and what they are used for. Pilots are a feature you can unlock fairly early in the EXP path. Once unlocked, you can obtain them through your inventory for credits or A-coins. Rare pilots cost 40,000 credits, epic pilots cost 1,040 A-coins, and legendary pilots cost 3,840 A-coins. Newly released pilots can usually be acquired exclusively through real money or playoff events for a few months. There are exceptions like the Epic Assault Pilot Acantha or the Limited Pilots Neymar Jr. and MVP Neymar Jr., which could be obtained through derby events or logging in over several days. However, these are exceptions rather than the rule. In essence, pilots do three things. They increase your mech's hit points, provide a general weapon damage boost independent of your pilot's inherent ability, and offer a specific weapon damage boost exclusively for the weapon type the pilot is designed for. If there's any confusion about the inherent ability or the specific weapon damage, I recommend revisiting the old video on pilots and implants. Your pilots can also be equipped with implants. Rare pilots have 2 slots each, epic pilots have 3, and limited as well as legendary pilots have 4 each. So far, so good. However, limited pilots often pose an exception and can lead to confusion among both new and experienced players. Normally, each pilot supports only one weapon type. Limited pilots, however, support 2 different weapon types each. For example, Neymar Jr. supports assault and rocket weapons, while MVP Neymar Jr. supports homing and melee weapons. Additionally, limited pilots have the advantage of allowing your mechs to sprint for 1.2 seconds longer and reducing the cooldown between sprints by 4 seconds. Their stats, meaning the percentage by which they increase your mech's hit points and weapon damage, lie between epic and legendary pilots. Now that we know the peculiarities of this type of pilot, let me explain how to upgrade a limited pilot. Even though limited pilots support 2 different weapon types, you should limit the upgrade to 1 weapon type. This is because a well-upgraded pilot needs 2 or 3 implants for weapons and 1 or 2 implants for the mech. If you occupy the implant slots with 2 implants for each of 2 different weapons, the pilot and the chosen weapons cannot be effectively used. Here's my personal recommendation. Neymar Jr. should be upgraded for rocket weapons. Unfortunately, there are no particularly good assault weapons, so it's recommended to upgrade this pilot for missile racks or disruptor. For MVP Neymar Jr., the decision is a matter of taste. There are good homing weapons like the Helix or the disc launcher, and there are good melee weapons like the Ember gun or the fragment gun. The only important thing is not to upgrade the pilot for both weapons. But how should you distribute the implants on Neymar? 2 for the weapon and 2 for the mech, or differently? There are 2 possibilities here. Certain weapons require 3 implants to perform well, while others only need 2 implants, such as the EM rifle or the railgun. For both of these weapons, there is an implant that increases range, but it is not necessary since both weapons cover most maps without an increased range. So if we use a weapon that requires 3 implants, like the Helix, we should reserve the last implant slot for an implant that supports the mech or its special ability. Either we use the cooldown implant, which is one of the best implants in the game, and ensures that you can use your ability again faster, or we use a mech-specific implant, an implant that is specifically made for a particular mech. The choice depends on the mech, but that's a topic for another video. But where do I actually get the 2 limited Neymar pilots? The 2 pilots could be obtained for free through a derby event some time ago. Since then, the pilots haven't been available, neither in the shop nor in the inventory, nor through a playoff. This can, of course, change at any time, but I estimate that we will have to wait a long time for another offer of these 2 pilots. But that's it for the video today. I wish you a pleasant evening, and we'll see you in another video. Until then, take care.